What kind of gadget do you think this is? A fitness bracelet? A smart watch? No, it's much more interesting. This is an innovative device for data input with AR and VR options. It works like this. A set of sensors tracks your finger movements with 99% accuracy, and then the movements are translated into commands that you can customize yourself. In essence, it's a virtual keyboard on your wrist. You can set both individual taps and combinations of virtual keys. The gadget is compatible with smartphones, tablets, PCs, and even projectors. It works with iOS, macOS, Android, Linux, and Windows, and it runs for about 12 hours on a single charge. There are already more than 2,500 tap layouts available for any task. In addition, you can type up to 70 or more words per minute with one hand, which is about twice as fast as two-handed typing on a conventional keyboard. Next up is a project from the US. The creators of this electric ground effect vehicle want to tackle a very ambitious task. They want to make transportation between coastal cities cheaper and easier. After all, about 40% of the world's population lives in coastal areas. According to the project's website, reliable operation is expected in 3 modes at once: floating, flight in ground effect, and regular flight. They promise a 12-person cabin, a range of 184 miles with an option to upgrade to 444, and speeds of up to 180 miles per hour. So far, the American experts have built only a scaled-down prototype, but by 2025, they plan to enter the commercial transportation market. There is reason for such optimism too. The team claims to have received $465 million worth of pre-orders, and the sponsors include Mesa Airlines, which has one of the best aviation safety records in the States. Robots and robotics are changing the way society functions, according to the creators of this robotic arm. The team from Great Britain, China, and Italy believes that such developments allow people to perform more and more tasks, but at a high cost. Simply put, not everyone who needs a robotic arm can buy one. The solution to this problem is to simplify production. This is a 3D printed robotic arm that uses an Arduino microcontroller as its brain, which is an inexpensive and common solution. The robotic arm has 4 degrees of freedom, and the simplified control allows the user to easily get used to it. In addition, the group believes that the robotic arm can also be used as a prototype for further development in this area. It's time to visit Singapore, or to be more precise, Nanyang Technological University, or NTU, the main tech university in the country. This development is promising, interesting, and cool. It's an invisible coating that makes wood fire-resistant. The coating is 0.003 inches thick, about as thick as a human hair. So, how does such a thin layer protect the wood? Simple. When exposed to fire, a chemical reaction begins that expands the coating 30 times or more. The resulting layer provides protection, and the coating itself is inexpensive, easy to apply, preserves the natural texture of the wood, and also doesn't smoke. The development will come in handy for additional fire protection, and in the event of a fire, will give more time to safely evacuate the premises. What if the Tesla Cybertruck were a robot? It would probably look like this. After all, the development on the screens even has a similar name. This model costs at least $1,299, and it's a DIY kit, so you're gonna need not only money, but some free time as well. The robot is universal and can work as a snowplow or lawnmower with the right equipment. The ground clearance of the model is 4.25 inches, and its dimensions are 29 by 19 inches. The body's made of aluminium, and the top can be easily removed to access the internal system, which, by the way, has many interesting features. You can use 12-volt and 24-volt motors. The kit includes speed regulators, and if necessary, you can turn the robot into a mini towing truck. The hitch is included in the kit. Once the robot is ready, it will work all year round. It has a stylish lighting, 2 sets with 4 options each, and is suitable for work as well as for fun. How would you use it? And how are things in China? Not bad either. Lenovo already has more than 20% of the global personal computer market and is also active in the area of more compact devices. One of their latest developments is a smartphone and laptop with retractable displays. Interestingly enough, Motorola, which was absorbed by the Chinese company, is involved in these developments. It is known that the screen of the phone increases from 4 to 6.5 inches, and the laptop from 12.7 to 15.3. The picture is adjusted automatically, and the technology as a whole not only surprises people, but also helps you with your work. In particular, compact devices are more convenient to work with many applications at once, while being modest in size. There are no details yet about when these devices will be on sale. However, according to many publications, foldable screens like these are the closest to hitting the mark and winning the love of customers. Next is a Canadian robot that resembles a miniature screw-propelled vehicle. Its task is to collect samples and help with investigations in places where other robots can't go. For example, in polluted areas or hazardous waste storage facilities. By the way, about 33 trillion pounds of pollutants get into the ocean every year, so there's plenty of work for such robots and their operators. One of the tasks is working in tailing dams, where the waste generated by mineral processing is stored. The speed on land is up to 9 miles per hour, and on water up to 2.3 miles per hour. The batteries have enough charge for about 8 hours of operation or 12.5 miles of travel, and the payload is about 200 pounds, enough for all sorts of equipment. Here's another Canadian robot, but this time it's a more versatile model. It will help with the transportation of heavy loads. It's an ideal solution for construction workers, logistics workers, and the tens of millions of loaders all over the world. The ground clearance of the robot is almost 9 inches, and the payload depends on the working conditions. For example, it can lift up to 926 pounds on stairs, and up to 1,598 pounds on an inclined surface on a construction site. The robot is available in 2 versions, with 1 and 3.25 horsepower engines, and top speeds of 0.5 and 1.9 miles per hour. Rocks, sand, dirt and stumps are no problem. In addition, the width of the robot is less than 3.2 feet, so it easily fits into doorways, elevators and various cars. What could be simpler than an axe? This tool appeared in the late Paleolithic, i.e. about 35 to 12,000 years ago, and it might seem that there's nothing to improve. However, experts from the US decided otherwise and offered this model with a splitting mechanism. The idea for this axe appeared in 1975 in a very simple way. A man was chopping wood and was upset that the blade got stuck very often. A neighbor advised him to cut at an angle of 45 degrees instead of 90. This was better, but now he was losing a considerable amount of energy. After some pondering, he came up with this tool. Movable levers on springs split pieces of wood and the blade doesn't get stuck. Later, a whole business was built around this awesome axe, which is still sold today. The price for an assembled axe is $140. We have to have something from Japan in our selection of interesting inventions, right? So, here's a product from the land of the rising sun. They made a cross between a drone and a hovercraft. The development has already been to the Maker Faire Tokyo 2022 Inventions show, and photos and videos of the vehicle floating through the air have generated buzz on Twitter. I didn't even imagine such a response, the designer noted. The vehicle is 8.5 feet long and weighs 68 pounds. The autonomy is modest. A full charge lasts from 5 to 10 minutes. And also, the development is very loud. No wonder its creators wearing headphones. A patent application has already been filed, and there are already various versions. This one is called Unit 8, an obvious reference to the anime Neon Genesis Evangelion. Next, we go to Australia, where a local company has revolutionized the use of underwater drones. Without further ado, here are the technical characteristics. 1.9 miles of submersion, a speed of up to 4.6 miles per hour, enough power for 3 hours of continuous operation, and 4K 60fps video, combined with AI options, such as object recognition and light adjustment. The drone is also one of the smallest on the market, 18.5 by 10.2 inches, and it weighs 14.8 pounds, so one person can easily carry it. Applications? Whatever you want. Both the software and the hardware of the drone can be modified, so it can be used for inspection of pipelines and offshore power plants, environmental assessment, mapping, and more. Plus, a fully autonomous mission mode makes the work much easier and faster. Exoskeletons, both for medical purposes and for work, are very popular today. Anyone who works with their arms raised knows how quickly they get tired, so this solution is very useful for construction workers, mechanics, and other professionals. This shoulder exoskeleton was developed in Germany, and its main advantage is that it's energy independent. It all works thanks to springs and cables, so the model is light and simple. You can put it on in 20 seconds. It feels like a backpack, and the load on the joints and muscles is reduced by about 40%. The belt can be used for attaching tools, and as an additional option, customers are offered a neck support and a soft back for additional spine support. The price tag is $3,000 for 2 exoskeletons and a 2-week accompanied test phase. Experts at the National Taiwan University also have something to show. They made this funny robot. Its key feature is versatility. The wheels can be transformed into legs, improving its ability to move around. The robot can climb stairs, overcome natural obstacles, and drive on unpaved roads, so it can be used for different tasks. The brain of the robot is a 400 MHz processor. It's enough to provide options such as GPS, a rangefinder, infrared sensors, and wireless data transfer. 8 electric collector motors are responsible for the movement, and servo drives allow the robot to make itself taller or shorter.